There's no doubt about it, right? When your marriage or relationship falls apart, right, it's absolutely devastating. It really is. I mean, I remember the feeling so well, and just think I've never felt anything like it. Never felt anything like it. And I think some of it was because of the shock of it. I didn't realise, I had no inclination what was about to happen in my life. And I believe now that these things happen to us on purpose, right? I believe that these things are put in front of us for us to learn something. And why do I feel like that now? Well, I went on a road of self-discovery. I went on a road to learn about my mind and to learn about who I am and to learn about how I can create heaven on earth. And I've always believed since I was a young child that we shouldn't be on this world to suffer. And I remember I can see myself as a young child thinking, why are you doing that? Why would you do that? Why are you doing things you don't like? And then before you know it, you're in the matrix and you're just getting on with shit because that's how life is and you just go along with it, including marriage. So I've had 2 marriages. Both have ended the same way, which is why I decided I'm the common denominator here. It's me that needs to do something. I need to change. I need to do something about me. It's me. So I had that much insight. I had that much insight to think, yeah, he can make his own decisions and what he did was wrong. Do I still believe it was wrong? Parts of it. But I'm not convinced that I'm meant to be with somebody, the same person, for all my life. Now, there will be some people that are, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not one of them. And I don't believe that a majority of us are, because how come everybody, we're taught that you go through school, you get your education, you get a good job, you get married, you have kids. So if everybody's to do that, yet we're all here saying, but we're all different and we all have different views, yet we've all to do the same fucking thing. No, we weren't all meant to get married. We weren't all meant to have the same life partner. For some, that's fine. Crack on. Enjoy your life. Amazing. It's not for everybody, but we get pushed into this belief that it is for everybody and that's what we have to do. And you meet the love of your life and that is it. It hasn't been for me. And for everybody watching this thinking they've lost the love of their life, their marriage has fallen apart, and oh my gosh, perhaps it wasn't meant for you. Perhaps you weren't meant to have just one person. Perhaps that is the case. Could you believe that? Could you believe and take that belief on that you weren't actually meant to be with just the same partner? Because people were put in front of you and partners, relationships were put in front of you for you to learn about them. For you to learn about yourself, They were there for a reason. They were there for you to expand. You see, a lot of us, we have choices, right? And when something's so catastrophic as your marriage failing or ending, whatever you want to call it, right? For me, it was time for that to end. Now, I didn't see that at the time because I didn't know who I was. I just saw it as, he's left, I'm on my own. How could he do this to me? And I was in a victim state for a long time. A long time. Thinking and learning about myself, understanding about me and why was this happening to me again. So when somebody is put in front of you, like my ex was put in front of me for me to learn, there's something for me to learn from that. I chose to see that as expanding me. I chose to see that as a blessing for me to grow. Because now, when I look back, he wasn't my soulmate. He kind of was my soulmate at the time, but at the time I didn't even know what a fucking soulmate was. I was just like, oh, he's my soulmate. Because it sounds lovely. And it makes you feel good, doesn't it? I found my soulmate. He was right for me at the time. I had a choice, and this is what I want you to know. You have a choice. You either sink and you stay in your victim and think, poor me, look at what he's done, and you be like that for the rest of your life, and even your next partner that you call in will be exactly the same because that's who you believe you are. Or you get to learn about yourself and you learn from the experience, you learn to expand. And I promise you, if you do that, it is the one sure thing that will get you over the heartbreak, because you will look back and go, Yeah, it was nice. You'll have no regrets. You'll have forgiveness. You'll be grateful for the experience instead of coming at it from I hate him, I hate her, I hate this, I hate them, how could they? Now, it's up to you which way you go. Absolutely, we all have our freedom of choice, like what they did. And perhaps they weren't meant to be with the same person for the rest of their life either. And then when this other person presented in their world, it made them think, actually, maybe this is what I need to expand. Now, this can really fuck you up, right? So how I've come to learn all about this is honestly just learning about me, learning about my mind, learning about how I work, learning about who I really am. And I know, looking back, my first marriage was there and I learned a lot from that. And that got me ready for the second marriage. Now, I used to always say that because he would say to me, how come we've never met before? Imagine what our lives would have been like had we met before. I said, I wasn't ready. I wasn't fucking ready. So that got me ready for him. Now, I've had the first two. That's getting me ready for somebody else. That is getting me ready. And boy, am I fucking ready this time, because the amount of work that I have done on me and my circumstances and my emotions and my behaviours and my beliefs has, like, I look back and never, either of them, I couldn't be with them as who I am now. Never be with them as the person who I am now. And maybe that was what they thought as well. Maybe they were going through growth. I know my ex wasn't going through growth. I think he was just feeling emotions that he probably hadn't felt before. Because I'll tell you something else. Not a lot of people use their mind how it should be used. We're talking a really small percentage of people. So they're not going to know, oh, maybe my soul is looking for something else. Maybe my soulmate, and the real meaning of a soulmate is this person. Maybe Susan was getting me ready to meet my soulmate. I don't for one minute believe that that's where it was and it ever will be. I now believe, because I chose to go down a different road to grieve, a different road to overcome my heartbreak, I now believe it was there to build me up. To become different. To become the person that I was always meant to fucking be. So that my soulmate will just come in so fucking naturally. Work on yourself. Let them go. Mel Robbins, let them. Let them go. Let them go on their own journey. I do believe that you're not meant to be with the same person. Somebody told me a quote or, a saying a few months ago, and I can't quite remember it. It's something about people are there you'll learn from them, grow from them, or something. I can't fucking remember. People come into your life for a reason, and it's either, they'll be with you for a lesson, they'll stay for a lifetime, or they'll something else. I can't quite fucking remember, so it was a waste of time. But people do come into your life, and I truly believe that I was just one of those people that was never meant to be with one person for the rest of my life. And that's okay. Because marriage is something that we're taught. And marriage is dying now, isn't it? But marriage was something that we have inherited and we believe is the right thing to do. And I believe if a lot of people wouldn't actually get married, if we weren't all conditioned. I am 95% sure I wouldn't get married again. Don't quite believe in it anymore. Not from a negative standpoint, but because people aren't always meant to be in your life forever, and that is okay. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that people have to stay in your life forever. Friends, family, husbands and partners. That's the matrix that you've fallen into. That's the conditioning that you've fallen into. Doesn't have to be like that. So what I done was I went to work on myself, understanding my mind. And I've had coaches, I have, read fucking hundreds of books, and I've listened to podcasts, and I've listened to YouTube, and I've learned so much about how my mind actually works. And that for me that was the lesson I was meant to learn. I was meant to learn this heartbreak because I didn't learn my lesson the first time, so I got it again. And that's what I believe is what my purpose on earth is here, is to overcome relationships and overcome heartbreak, because I needed to know about me. I needed to learn and love me. If you do want to work with me, my email address is below. Think about you. Let them go. Fuck them. Let them go. What are you going to take from it? Are you going to go down and be a victim for the rest of your life? Or are you going to rise up and go, well, fuck you. I am here for me.